Today we have a replay from hippyhunter. It's Kostaltyn and Kislev, obviously, versus the Gold-Tooth faction, but just a Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. This will be interesting. I don't see Kislev versus Ogres a lot, but I guess I haven't been casting that many replays just yet. So here we go. We have 4 Horse Archer Skirmish Cav. We have some Armored Corsairs. Pistol and Axe Infantry. Okay, so these are the shielded variant. Then on the far side we have Cossars with Spears. Cossars with Spears, Cossars. So it looks like 5 archers, 2 of which have the Spears variant, 3 armored frontline units, 4 skirmishers. We do have 1 Warbear Rider, Frostmane of Ice. Really? Ice? Isn't Tempest just like better? Got it. Show me what you have. Death Frost and Ice Sheet. Okay. It's kind of like a Spirit Leech thing. Then we have Kostaltyn with his buffs. And double good boy Snow Leopard. You'll love to see the Snow Leopards. For the Ogres, we have Gorgers, we have a Saber-Tusk pack, a whole bunch of Gnoblar Trappers, another Gorger and Saber-Tusk pack on the far side. Man-Eaters, Man-Eaters with Iron Fist, then we have Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist, 1 Lead Belcher, Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw, a Gnoblar Scrap Launcher, and more Gnoblars. Ogres should have the ranged advantage, especially with their Scrap Launcher and Lead Belchers. But it doesn't look like Kislev will let them sit and shoot for too long. Ow! Nasty double shot there. Oof. Ooey owie. Should have picked Dowie. Kislevite Horse Archers are doing good work. The Gnoblar Trapper front line has already been smashed into pieces. Saber-Tusk pack, Saber-Tusk pack on the far side was strangely killed in melee by these skirmish cav. I guess they have 26-22 for melee stats. Good God. That's pretty freaking good for skirmish cav. Gorgers are going to chase after them. They will be shot to pieces. While they are unbreakable, it doesn't look like they have any sort of missile resist that I can see. And the double Snow Leopard comes out to play. Will they catch the Gorgers? Yes. And they'll do pretty well against the Gorgers. You do have to keep in mind that these are 650 gold units, so if you see one die versus Gorgers, it's like, oh, he died. He must have sucked. Well, he probably traded up. So, big old Slapperino, Smackaroonski, and the Gorgers are going down very quickly. They tend to die when surrounded by really anything. They don't seem to have that good of stats in the defense department. 15 armor, 28 melee defense. Yeah, it's not ideal. Meanwhile, the Kislevites have moved up. They can now start firing their archers into various things. Though a lot of the Ogres that were brought do have shields with their Iron Fists. Not a great amount of armor. Gorgers are dead. 1 unit of Gorgers is dead. Saber-Tusks are coming back to fight very, very briefly. They will be pushed off immediately by hippyhunter. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bap. And they're gone. How's the Gnoblar Scrap Launcher doing? It's taking a lot of damage now. It hasn't seemed to do too much in return. Ogres are not having a great time. Kislev's really owned the mobile and infantry game so far. Now that I say that out loud, really the Ogres aren't winning any current fight currently. It's going badly for them. Very badly for them. Big flank overload on the side. Warbear Riders, double Snow Leopard, and all 4 skirmish cav are coming in. Though they might get into a fight in the woods with Gorgers, which is not where they want to be. Saber-Tusks are also going to support, meaning the Gorgers aren't as alone anymore. God, they take so much damage, though. Oof, Gorgers. Oof. People say they're strong. Like, a lot of people say they're strong, so I want to believe them, but I just, like, every time I watch them, just this happens. Lead Belchers are firing in. Wrecking those Warbear Riders. Oh, my word. I guess maybe it's the Gorgers, too. I don't know, but those Warbear Riders are already almost dead. And you hate to see it. That is a tragedy. Now the Ogres have pushed through the front line. They are going to get onto the Cossars and Cossars with Spears. Cossars, even the ones with Spears, aren't great melee combatants, so they will get eventually beaten into the ground by these Ogres and Man-Eaters and whatnot. Saber-Tusk pack fighting side by side with the Gorgers. The Gorgers literally can't break, so they have to die, but the Saber-Tusk pack is already down to half health and close to breaking. These Lead Belchers cannot be allowed to fire like this, especially on a big old blob of force. Probably want to take one of your skirmish cav and just chuck them over here as a sacrificial lamb, but just stop the pain, stop the fire. Without any cav or lord supports, it looks like all the archers are going to get shut down, so the ogres will end up winning the frontline fight. Flank does indeed go to Kislev. They're just about done finishing up these gorgers and trappers. What was that? Dismember on this whole blob. Lowering their speed by 60%, and again they're blobbed up, meaning if that scrap launcher fires, it's going to do really good damage. Ow, that was like a triple hit. Oof, you hate to see it. Nobbler Trapper is getting pushed off. Gorgers are officially dead. Sabertusk Pack is Ooh, no. Other way around. Gorgers are hanging in there. Sabertusk Pack is running away. I'm surprised Gorgers are still alive. Too much blobbing right now with the Kislevite forces. They're kind of going everywhere in a big old blob, and that's not, unfortunately, ideal for them. Lead Belchers do get attacked at last, though most of the units you're seeing here are these horse archers. So they don't do that great in melee. They do okay, but not that great. It's just a lot of models. The bears are there. Extremely wounded. 8 models left, barely any health. You hate to see it. Sabertusk Pack is rampaging away from the bat. Where the hell? What is happening? What is this? The fuck is this? Where are they going? What the hell is happening? Ah, yes. Regroup to rampage. What? Some of you are rampaging over here. Some of you are standing around with your dick in your hand. What is happening? Anyway. I got distracted by Blind Rage. We have the 4 single entities grinding alongside some war bears. Kostaltyn's trying to keep them alive. Double Snow Leopard, Frostmane Device, and Kostaltyn are over here. And all the other Kislevite forces are scattered to the winds. Okie-dokie. Lead Belchers are routing. Nobbler Trappers are right behind them. And some Man-Eaters with Iron Fists actually would probably do great work in this situation. What do they have, 12 models left versus 7? Warbear Riders 91 melee attack, but I don't know. Man-Eaters are tough foes for small entity count things like, you know, bears. Nobbler Scrap Launcher is breaking, along with the Nobblars near him. Though he has used almost all of his ammunition. It's still a good pick for Kislev, but it's not the end of the world for the Ogres. Ogres back to even on the balance power. They were ahead for a little bit. I was distracted by yelling at those Sabertusk packs. But yeah, Ogres were ahead for a little bit. So Kislev claws their way back in. They currently have 4 healthy single entities, and that is about it, my dudes. They have 3 warbears running off the map with their healing cap actually halfway down. Troll Guts. Trying to heal up the Nobblar Scrap Launcher. Okay. I maybe would have preferred that getting used on these Man-Eaters. Keeping them in the fight for a little bit longer. Who cares if this thing comes back? It only has 3 shots left. And even then, it looks like it's not going to come back. So I disagree with that. Just a little bit. Alrighty. Man-Eaters are broken. Can anything fight this Kislev single entity squad? Doesn't really look like it. Kostaltyn horse archers are going to chase stuff around. These other horse archers are going to chase more stuff around. Fast forward just a bit. Pachoo! Take that now, Blars! Pachoo! Hey, man-eaters, you pieces of shit! That will be a problem, actually. What are these? Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists and Man-Eaters with Iron Fists? And these guys are full health. Ooh, you hate to see it. Alright, what's going on here? Snow Leopards plowing straight into Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists. Not enjoying that whatsoever. The last bits of fire coming in from the Horse Archers and the Kossars with Spears. That is a big spooky Man-Eater, though. Big spooks. Big Spookenstein. Plus 40 melee attack for everything in this blob, though. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. You hate to see it. Ogre Bulls are about to run. Slaughtermaster the Great Maw is also about to run. He's down to half health. And that'll leave just the Man-Eaters with the Iron Fist that we care about. Nobblars, even at 2/3 health, don't matter. They aren't real. Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw breaks with actually a good amount of health left. What a fucking coward. I thought about not swearing, and then it was too late. We were in too deep. Pretty soon, we're going to get down to just the Man-Eaters with the Iron Fist, though... That being said, the Snow Leopards are not looking so great, neither is the Frostmane Device. It's just Kostaltyn in here. Kostaltyn hanging on to the ends of the earth. Now everybody's trying to chase down the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw, finish him off. Meanwhile, these Horse Archers will bite the bullet for the rest of the team. They will very quickly break and get sent off the field. Will the Ogres charge around and try to kill off the Kossars? Might want to, especially because I don't think you can really catch what's going on over here. By the time you get there, they'll have run away. They are just going to snipe out the Lord. Big problem. Horse Lady gets stuck on a bunch of Noblars and is going to get run down by some bulls who actually help her more than hurt her by charging. They really didn't get any attacks in. They just pushed her through their own Noblars. That's how charges are supposed to work. That's something. All right. Back to the pits, back to the blobs. One very good Snow Leopard kills off the guy with the Great Maw. Meanwhile, still, fledgling Archer Fire is helping, but any Archer Fire at all lowers the leadership of units that are already wavering, potentially causing them to flee. And Noblar's fleeing right next to the Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist. They will also break. And then we're down to just the Man-Eaters. Can the Man-Eaters grind this out? If they're unbreakable, probably. Will they? Probably not. Frostbane Device is routing. Double Snow Leopard still here, still fighting. Fighting. A little bit of fast forward. You can see now that they're landing hits on these Snow Leopards. They're going down pretty quick. Nice for them. The Ice Witch is dead. Snow Leopard 1 routing. Snow Leopard 2, will you route? Probably. Probably. They're still busy attacking Snow Leopard 1. Balance of power is very far against the Ogres. I think that's a little disingenuous considering how much shit's coming back here. They're going to run straight in. Noblars aren't worth a lot on the balance of power, I get that, but I mean, these Man-Eaters with Iron Fists and these other Ogre Bulls should probably be weighed a little more heavily. As the second Snow Leopard is about to probably break, maybe, possibly. Maybe, possibly. Kostaltyn's getting a little low on health. He's currently surrounded. Not having a great time with that. But nothing can chase off that Snow Leopard. That 90 speed will get him nice and safe away from here. Kostaltyn gives himself and his Snow Kitty some vigor. He's going to stay in this fight for just a little bit. Looks like the Man-Eaters with the Iron Fist are going to probably break. They're down to like 2 models. And if they break, the hope of the Ogres might go with them, as I imagine a Noblar mass route is just around the corner of these Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists. There are 11 models. They're not really fucking around. Balance of Power doesn't believe in them, and I kind of don't either, but like maybe, possibly. Snow Leopard 2 finally breaks. Snow Leopard 1 back in the fight for just a hot second, but he might also break pretty soon. And that would leave just Kostaltyn versus 2 units of Noblars and these Ogre Bulls, who, while they have low health, have a high amount of model, 9. One thing I've noticed, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but it feels like Ogres get in their own way a lot more than they should. Like, a lot more than any other faction gets in its own way. Ogres spend most of their time standing around because they block themselves from doing anything. Like, even within a unit, you can see these Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists are just fucking standing here. They can't do anything. They're just blocked by all the other Ogres. Alright, Kostaltyn on his bear will route off the Noblars. Strangely also routes off the Ogre Bulls, and then that's that. That's the end of that. That's how that goes. That was the end of that. That's sudden. That was very sudden. Snow Leopards did great. Bear Riders did okay. Kostaltyn and his Ice Lady did fine. Infantry, I mean, the Skirmish Cav did fine. Infantry did okay. They did okay. For the Ogres, 36 value on the Slaughtermaster, who's mostly supportive. There you go. Man-Eaters with the Iron Fist, 3,000 value, 1,500. Gorgers got mostly murked. Lead Belchers did great. Scrap Launcher did great. Ogre Bulls did great. Sabertusk ran into trouble. Noblar Trappers did and Noblars themselves actually did pretty well. Wow. Okay.